Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us on our final TNT in this current format. We will still be doing news from next week. I'll just be doing it when it happens, the big stories, focusing on one story at a time rather than doing these sort of daily roundups. And I'm joined by patient Daisy. You're saying hello? She's just having a sleep. She's actually very happy and getting her stitches out tomorrow after her operation. And thank you to all who've been asking. Now, I've actually done 788 TNT programs. Today will be 789. But please don't unsubscribe. We will be doing things other than news on the channel, but we will also be bringing you up to date with any of the major stories as they happen. Let's get started today. And thanks to the listener that sent me this story. By the way, from next week, if you do see something like really interesting, just send me a link on timnewtontoday@gmail.com, and that'll keep me up to date. Let's go to this story in The Star. It talks about a new road between Vientiane, that's in Laos, and Chiang Mai, cuts travel time by 3 hours. The journey time between Vientiane and Chiang Mai in Thailand has been shortened thanks to a new road, and it's Road 11 and shaved more than 200 kilometres off the previous route. And motorists using the old route had to cross the Lao-Thai border in Nong Khai, driving a distance of 863 kilometres. The new route is 629 kilometres, and the road travels over mostly flat land, providing an easier journey. And in Thailand, it starts in Chiang Mai, passes through Lampun, Lampang, Pre and Uttradit before crossing the border into Laos and entering the Paklai district. I'm pretty sure that will be a very popular route for people travelling up there in northern Thailand. The main roads in Thailand usually are very high quality, and certainly around this area, people are always saying, wow, the roads are really good. They sort of seem surprised. All right, to the Uyghurs and this sort of ongoing controversy, and no matter what the Thai and Chinese governments do to sort of smooth things over and paint a different narrative, a lot of people just doubt what's going on. Let's go to the latest. And this was one of the many reports yesterday. Uyghur returnee claims to be prospering in China. And the visit was initially set to focus on the 40 Uyghurs deported late last month, but was later expanded to include those deported previously. But the government on the back foot, having to answer critics. The Bangkok Post with this story: Thai government rejects allegations of staged Uyghur visits. And Thai Deputy PM Phumtham yesterday dismissed allegations that his visit to Uyghur families in the Xinjiang region of China was staged, stressing that each family participated voluntarily. Addressing claims the Uyghurs' emotions during the visits were staged, he dismissed the notion, insisting their reactions were genuine. He said they're not Hollywood actors who can cry on command. When we arrived, their eyes welled up with tears. When asked if they were happy, their emotions overflowed naturally. And human rights groups and Uyghurs overseas allege that China's detained more than 1 million Muslims, mostly Uyghurs, in a network of facilities in Xinjiang where violence, torture, forced labour, political indoctrination and other abuses were reported. And the Bangkok Post went further with this editorial. The headline: PR trip to Xinjiang. And the pre-arranged 3-day trip to meet repatriated members of the Uyghur community shows that the Thai government struggling to fix the country's human rights reputation after it sent 40 of them back on February the 27th. And the fact that it was done in such a clandestine nature at 2 a.m. in the morning with blanked out police vans with no publicity or announcements didn't help. And the editorial says members of the Thai delegation met some of the Uyghurs who were sent back 3 weeks ago. Footage shows Mr. Phumtham hugging them and telling the media the government had made the right decision by sending them back. And despite the smiles on the faces of the Uyghurs, the encounter was brief and seemed rather official. If that were not enough, the fact the Chinese government blurred the images of 4 Uyghurs being interviewed only enhanced the clandestine effect. And the editorial finishes: to convince the public to believe they are safe, the government needs to include critical media workers with experience in covering human trafficking and refugees on the next visit. And without opposing views and criticism, any press trips or fact-finding mission to Xinjiang will only end up as an advertisement, seemingly like this one. So I think people have already made their mind up what they think about the repatriation of those Uyghurs, and probably anything the Thai government does to remedy that situation isn't going to change a lot of people's minds. Now, over the 789 TNT programs we've done, we have from time to time been critical of the media. Now, this story, I think, is a good example of sort of media not done particularly well, not having a go at this particular organisation. There's some pretty poor media in, well, just about all the publications we see in the English language here in Thailand. I will hopefully keep on trying to point out where I think that mistakes have been made. This article just sort of annoyed me. It starts off, Israeli tourist loses bowel control in Pattaya taxi, police mediate cleaning fee dispute. Well, to start off, it's probably questionable whether this story deserves reporting at all. The poor man's shat himself in a taxi, and there's been some dispute over the cleaning. Whether his nationality is even slightly relevant, I don't think it needs to be included in the headline. And the passenger, unable to control his bowel movement, defecated on the taxi seat, and this happened at the front of a well-known shopping mall in North Pattaya. Why on earth is there some sort of need to protect the name of the shopping centre, which we'll get to later? And the taxi driver, a 32-year-old Thai guy, showed the police the stained seat. The foreign passenger, an Israeli tourist in his 60s. His age is relevant to the story, his nationality isn't. Attempted to walk away while his companion stayed behind to negotiate. The story didn't even mention the fact that the poor man was using a walking frame. And the Thai driver informed him the seat required professional cleaning, which would cost 1,500 baht, but the Israeli tourist refused to pay the full amount, insisted on giving only 300 baht, leading to a heated argument. And when officers arrived, they attempted to calm both parties down. After some negotiation, the tourist eventually agreed to pay the full 1,500 baht cleaning fee. With the issue resolved, both sides went their separate ways. And whilst they were for some reason trying to protect the location where it happened, well, it happened outside Terminal 21. Well, some days are slow news days, and the writer might have had to dig up something from the Thai media for a translation, but I'm not really sure whether they did that one particularly well. Let's head to the nation as we talk about casinos. A Nation Thailand reporting entertainment complexes should be in secondary cities, according to the Thai Hotels Association. They say the entertainment complexes should be established in secondary cities to prevent over-tourism in major destinations. And they say that referendums should be held in provinces where such complexes would be located, including Bangkok, Phuket, Chiang Mai and Pattaya. So what are they going to ask people? Do you want an entertainment complex in your province or not? But speaking about Phuket province, he noted Phuket locals opposed the project due to concerns about over-tourism, traffic congestion and limited spaces for expansion. And he said tourist attractions like Universal Studios theme parks are located outside major cities and there are no casinos there. Making the point that if you are going to be setting up these complexes, you need to do them in areas where you can sort of control the traffic situation and not add to the existing congestion in some of these hotspots. He pointed out that popular destinations like Phuket and Pattaya are already facing resource shortages, such as water scarcity during summer. Now, somebody mentioned yesterday that a place like Hua Hin would be a great location for an entertainment complex, but I suggested in my reply that you probably need to make sure you've got an airport nearby. Of course, Hua Hin does have an airport, but very underused. I think there's only 2 flights a day going in and out of there at the moment. And he concluded that the entertainment complex project would benefit tourism and the economy by encouraging visitors to explore secondary cities, ultimately boosting tourism revenue. But ultimately, it will have to be done where there's an international airport nearby, otherwise they're simply not going to attract the foreign visitors. Well, we haven't reported much about scams recently. Here's quite a big one. Reported in Bangkok Post, Thai police arrest rental car theft gang. And police have busted a gang which stole at least 50 rental cars, used fake documents to register the vehicles and resold them on the internet. And the gang reportedly had more than 40 million baht circulating, and they list the names of the 9 Thais involved. And there were the gang masterminds who oversaw and financed the illegal operation. There were those responsible for falsifying documents to register the stolen cars and obtain new license plates. And then, of course, there were people posting the used car for sale adverts on social media and finding buyers. And the investigation into the gang was launched in December after the owner of a car rental business in Chachoengsao province filed a complaint with local police. I'm pretty sure we'll be reporting on newer and more creative scams in the following months and years. So that is the end of our daily program, which we do comes out about 10 a.m. each day. We will be having news updates and news flashes and breaking news in the future. It'll be coming out at different times of the day when the stories actually happen. If you do see something that you think I need to pass on, please send a link to timnewtontoday@gmail.com. Thanks for dropping in today. Thanks, of course, to our ongoing and future sponsors, 5-Star Marine at 5starmarinephuket.com. We will be back tomorrow with our live program, and that, of course, will be, as it always is, on Saturdays at 9 a.m. Thai time, and we can talk about anything that's on your mind. It's free, and it's for all of you to join in. And then on Sunday, probably, haven't actually made a time to record it yet, but we will be returning with Grumpy Old Men featuring Mr. Steve Ross. Ross with an E. Thanks for dropping in today, and we'll see you next time.